They might not know what they're looking at, but they'll know they're looking at something. Oh, it gets better later on. So I said maybe I'll one day.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No, it does not. It gets more confusing later on.
Some of your listeners are listening to this right now. It can't be by accident. What does that mean? I don't know in the long run. So here's the thing, Joe. Okay? My boy's ripped. Okay?
Yeah, he looks great.
It's got length and width. It goes miles down. I mean, it's...
Miles.
Oh, yeah. And now I can put it higher up than the surface of the desk, but not so high that it's bad for lightning-triggered forest fires. I have a really fat head, size of Mount Everest. Its size didn't settle out until the late 1970s.
But it's something massive, right? It's like 6 times the mass of the Earth?
Yeah, I forgot what mass they were assigning it, but no question, you would label it as a planet. So either you make that a planet, or you demote Pluto. I learned that people take the names of things very seriously. Okay? The names mean things to people, regardless of what the thing actually is. They all have names. It should be called Fred, all right? The ancients called it the water bearer.
Oh, okay.
The ancient peoples were worried about this because everyone worshipped the sun because it made your crops come and it gave you warmth. They called it Nemesis. We've abandoned the idea of Nemesis. I'd like to just call it Fred for now.
Okay, let's call it Fred.
It comes out in May. He comes out and you see a double sunset. You'll get more UV. That's important.
Get a little more brown.
Yeah, but the last time I did it was for Star Wars The Force Awakens, Star Wars 7. And popcorn. I don't know how many people know this, but often it's mind-blowing when you learn. A huge fuel tank and just always run your rockets. You just keep doing this. It's a pretty harmless exercise. No, you got to give it a chance.
A little baby tug.
Yeah, baby tug would do it. Doesn't stay up for very long. It's been coming a lower and lower arc every day. On impact, it explodes. Ooh. People want you to like explode in space. Why would you be butt naked in space? I mean, you're going to have a spacesuit on. Most of its mass is in the form of gas.
Most of its mass.
Oh, yeah, 90-something%. You can ask the question, over how much distance will it plow through its own mass worth of gas? You come in fast enough, Earth's atmosphere is might as well be a brick wall to you. Now it goes into the atmosphere and you say, oh, isn't it just clouds? And it can... Watch how fast it's going. This stuff is moving 18,000 miles an hour. It hit at high speed velocity. It was a high velocity impact, which means its collision energy was greater than the binding energy even of the iron atoms itself. And 90% of that thing vaporized on impact.
Wow. Oh, my brain.
That's how fast it was moving. Societies and cultures collapse, rendering species extinct. Have a cocktail party. You're sitting there at a cocktail table on a block, and then the block is obliterated in the next instant. You didn't even know. You didn't even know to look up.
Wow.
You toast.
My God.
Oh yeah, it's a stunning encounter. Every generation's got their badass scientists. Well, I'm done with you. We have no more to talk about.